Now it's West Australia's turn for a lockdown. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because, well, West Australia is now entering a lockdown. People were mentioning it just the other day when I was discussing the increased restrictions here in Queensland, and, well, didn't take long for it to happen, did it? Before we get into this, let's just put things in perspective, because people are scared, people are worried. Fear gets the eyeballs, fear gets the clicks. Now, this is the number of cases in Western Australia that has occurred. This is from the Johns Hopkins map, 1,022 cases in the entirety of the state. Now, Perth is actually the most isolated city in the world. So you can see why the West Australians, they want their waxed. They want to escape the tyranny of the East Coast. Can't blame them, really. But we won't let them go because they've got all the iron ore. So, of those 1,022 cases, there have only been 9 deaths. That's tragic for the people who passed, but you need to look at it in perspective. This is all about risk management. As an architect, we get trained in designing to mitigate risk. So you've got to look at the world like that. And I kind of thought everyone did. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Judging by some of the hysterical people on Twitter that I'm seeing, harassing the Queensland government for not listing the potential locations. Oh, there's some people out there that are on edge. Honestly, it's kind of sad. So, the incident rate is 38.85 per 100,000 people. Okay? Now, the case fatality ratio, 0.88%. My concern, I don't understand why the government isn't doing a constant campaign about comorbidities and how to address them. Obesity is a well-known, documented comorbidity, everyone. It can increase your hospitalization rate significantly. Morbidly obese people are 40 times more likely to be hospitalized than people with normal weight. There you go. We need to change our diet. Maybe we need to do carnivore month for the entire country. That'd be great. So the problem is, you know why they're never going to do it? The problem is because then people will realize they've been in a mind fog. They've been in a carbohydrate mind fog. It's the slave food they give everyone to keep you dumb and stupid in a cult. It's all the mass-produced garbage that we're eating. Most people, they never even wake up. Literally wake up. Your mind is in a fog. You don't realize it. Give it a try. So, anyway, WA's turn for a lockdown, guys. So, West Australia restrictions, 4-day lockdown in Perth and Peel after new case. What, one? One case. One. This is the thing now. This is just the default go-to. Will it win elections? People like being ruled over, it appears, in Australia. Why are we even bothering with this democracy? Just embrace that socialist dictatorship that so many people seem to want. Regions in West Australia will go into lockdown after Premier Mark McGowan revealed another case of coronavirus in the state. One case. The Perth and Peel regions will go into lockdown from midnight tonight after WA Premier Mark McGowan revealed another case of coronavirus in the state. Now, here's the thing. There has to be other intelligence. Either all of our political leaders and civil servants are suffering from mass hysteria, or this is just the default response now that they can't waver from because it'll make all of their previous interventions look stupid, and that's what I really think is happening. Or there's intelligence out there that the risk of this illness is much greater than we're seeing and that they're putting forward. Or what I think happened is there was a big unknown right at the beginning, so they just went insane with their interventions and their restrictions. And now, because they've done that, they just have to keep doing the same thing, because otherwise it will be political cannon fodder to use against him. Why did you destroy the economy back then, plunge us into debt, destroy people's businesses and lives when you're not doing it now? We're going to have lockdowns for climate crisis. I'm just waiting for real estate lockdowns to force people to save money to buy those house deposits. You know, that'll be the mortgage keeper, the mortgage stay-at-home keeper. That's what it's going to be. Oh boy, you're just shaking your head, literally. The state's health department website crashed overnight as residents rushed to find exposure sites, frustrated they were unable to log on. I mean, are you worried, guys? Let me know in the comments if you're worried, if you even care. Am I just so laissez-faire now? What's going to happen is going to happen. Is that what it is? The first case was a 51-year-old Perth physiotherapist who tested positive for the Delta COVID-19 strain after visiting a Bondi cafe. Another person tested positive after going to the same gym as the first case. Now, a man in his 30s has tested positive after a case of fleeting contact with the initial case at the Indian Ocean Brewery in the northern suburbs. See, here's the thing. I mean, my life is so unexciting and so boring. It'll be, 7-Eleven, Bunnings, the scrap metal place, or what is it, the dentist. That'll be my adventure. So it's kind of embarrassing. Maybe you need to go out there and just visit a whole lot of places so you can be exciting when they report on it. Yeah. Anyway, I just middle-aged suburban dad, I guess. They were both having dinner. How far away they were, if someone walked past the other, and when they were going to pay their bills, I don't know the details, Mr. McGowan said. I don't know. I do know they weren't friends, and they weren't sitting at the same table. It was a very fleeting contact. That says to us that it is a very contagious virus, as we've seen in New South Wales. Once it gets hold, it's very, very difficult to contain. Also, you've got the issues with, what about the air conditioning system circulating the air, or maybe fans blowing around in a restaurant? These things can happen. The man's partner has so far tested negative. The circuit breaker lockdown will be in place for Perth and Peel regions for 4 days at a minimum, Mr. McGowan said. We will continue to review the situation based on testing numbers and information from our contact tracing teams and provide updates when we can. We hope this will be a circuit breaker, which will give our testers and contact tracers time to nail down a picture of how far this latest outbreak has spread. Mr. McGowan said, it has seen what the Delta strain could do in Sydney, and that we don't know if there's further cases out there. What we're doing is a massive effort in testing, a huge effort in contact tracing, and engaging in a lockdown to try and kill it as quickly as we can. Sydney, remember when it was just all about mitigating the impact on our hospital system? When did this slowly emerge into just complete elimination? It feels like that's what it's changed into. Sydney is going through a 2-week, probably more lockdown. We're hopefully a 4-day lockdown, and all the measures we're putting in place will be enough to crush and kill the virus in its tracks. I'm sorry, it's very disturbing, but for the next 4 days we won't be able to leave to go on holidays. That will no doubt upset many people and break many holiday plans, but that's unfortunately the world we're in. We had one viewer, South Australian, commented that he's cancelled his second holiday to Queensland now. When are people going to stop just planning holidays? When are they going to give up? When are they going to go, nah, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to risk it anymore. The problem is, if you want to see family, if your family's in the state, what if you're a grandparent and want to see your grandkids? So, there we go. We got the circuit breaker rules. What I'll do is I'll bring that up. Go to Twitter. We'll bring him up. I'm not following the Premier. I really should. It's interesting how the impact of Twitter is much greater than people who actually use it. No one uses this thing. Normal people don't use Twitter. Okay, so... Okay, brewery. What else do we have? Let's have a look here. Here we go. Okay. From midnight tonight, Tuesday the 29th, masks will be mandatory in Perth and Peel, except while at home, doing vigorous outdoor exercise, while in a vehicle with members of your own household. Please use common sense. Stay home except for these reasons or in emergency situations. For work, if you are an essential worker or service provider, for purchasing essential goods, including food, groceries, medical, or necessary supplies within 5 kilometers or the closest practical location. So you've got the 5 kilometer lockdown again. For 1 hour of outdoor exercise per day, for medical or healthcare purposes, the regional boundaries are in place. Schools and childcare centres remain open. Private gatherings are not permitted. Hospitality venues restricted to takeaway. This is just going to... I would hate to be in this business, have a cafe. It'd be a nightmare. It would be just a nightmare. The following must be closed. Beauty, hairdressers, fitness, recreation, casinos, nightclubs, entertainment venues, playgrounds. Playgrounds where kids can play for 1 hour, where you've got the light. The light, UV radiation from the sun will sterilize the equipment. Okay. It's not about the equipment, isn't it? It's about people going past each other. Skate parks, outdoor recreation facilities, visits to aged care, disabled care, visits to hospitals, community sports cancelled, public events are not permitted. Well, there you go, West Australia. I'll have to follow the Premier there. So, residents will only be, we've already looked at this, masks will be mandatory, yes. So, there we have it, everyone. And you can get the list of exposure sites if you're so concerned. So what is the solution or the takeaway to this? Well, here's the thing. Honestly, what I think we need to have freedom to discuss and debate issues. There doesn't seem to be any discussion at the moment regarding just contentious criticisms of these lockdowns, at least in the public sphere. And we saw how Facebook and all of the other online platforms were just critical and just flat right banning any of the discussions or debates. We need to have a real Bill of Rights here in Australia. One that actually gives us our freedoms. I know Victoria had one, but it's kind of worthless because they could get around it. I think the problem is people are not politically activated. People don't realize the amount of controls the government has over us. We're free to do as we're told. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. Take care, West Australians. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. Use our affiliate links at SelfWealth or Stake. Or from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband. Buy our merch from HeiseSays. Use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Thank you, everyone who continues to support the channel. Those of you that are signing up for AussieBroadband, you get $50 off. I get $50 off. So it directly helps reduce the costs to run the channel because internet, hey, it adds up. And I am a AussieBroadband shareholder, so probably conflict of interest there. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.